Purchase your beats at
Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot.
beats.city.com.
Yes, Big Cat. Come in, roll up. It's the clown show. I told you, Pennywise son, what's going on with my microphone? Good God. 1, 2. It's not working.
Power on.
Hold on.
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
Is it? Oh, frightening me. Welcome to the clown show. Roll up, roll up. Pennywise son or daughter. We're going to talk about their things. Why not? Hey, hey. Come in, Big Cat. Come on. The planetary energies are, darling dears. We have the sun in Capricorn, trining. I know trine. We love a trine because a trine is telling you to get out of the comfort zone. It's kryptonite to a big cat. The sun in Capricorn is trining Uranus in Taurus, darling dears. Telling you to what? Open your mind, big cat. Free your mind. Now is a fabulous, gorgeous and lovely time to begin brainstorming, darling dears. Getting those $1 million ideas down on paper and acting on them swiftly and in silencio. Pay attention to what's happening in the world, darling dears. I didn't say go and watch the news. I didn't say go and get crack on crazy and have what pantomime showed to you. No, darling dear. You have to find out with your own means. I told you, as a big cat, part of your repertoire, which is infinite, is what? Gangster. Holding your gangster as a keyboard gangster, darling dear. Pinkies up. You'll be full of productive energy today, darling dears. Wanting to take on new challenges. Things are more exciting. People more intuitive and insightful. You can discover the great things about yourself and have true revelations, darling dears. During this transit, natives of all signs of the zodiac are more energetic physically. You'll be taking more hikes, wanting to go for more walks, putting an extra 10 minutes in at the gym, darling dear, holding them chair poses, getting the squats in. You know what I mean, darling dears. For others, you will be succeeding in what? Technology, the use of technology, darling dears, with your usual dealings. It's going to be a winner for you today. If you're trying to program something, or even if you're studying something new, darling dear, you're going to be what? Taking it on and having it at the forefront of your mind. Why? Because you've got total recall, darling dear, and a photographic memory. Well, according to the planetary energies, darling dear, we might as well go with those. Anyhow, this is a time in which everyone enjoys being around eccentric individuals like moi. Didn't mean to toot my own horn, darling dears, but you know how it goes. Listen, there's only one me, darling dear, and I'm unique. Anyhow, as I was saying, before I interrupted myself, it's interesting conversations that you'll be seeking out today, darling dears. Things that feed your grey matter, your cranium, darling dear. You ain't got no time for bottom feeders up to bottom feeding, because they on the rocks of life and they're looking for you to be their life support. You better cut that shiznai off. Right, let's quickly talk about the planetary energies, okay? Because the sun rules Sunday, right? And it rules the number 4 and 1. Okay, we've got Saturn, which rules Capricorn, which rules number 8, as well as Saturday. We've got Uranus as well. Yes, Uranus, the rebel, darling dear. That also rules the numbers 4 and 1. Okay, and we've got Venus, which rules Friday, as well as the number 6. So we've got 4, 1, 8 and 6 are special numbers for someone today. And a combination of those, darling dear, you will find an extra message in the angel numbers. I normally use Joanne Scribe, right? Her number speaks to my soul. Whatever works for you, darling dear, use it. I told you, you are going to be successful with the keyboards and the technologies today, darling dears. And Uranus is the planet of breakthrough, darling dear. It's about significant events and progressive and unexpected changes or happenings for you today, darling dears. And because Uranus is in the second house of Taurus, the house of what? Values, darling dears. Values. Values and your priorities. Yes, baby. It's also about you being a bit more firmer with what you want out of life, darling dear. The second house also rules your income. Expect some major changes in your income today, darling dears, whether incoming or going out. Either way, darling dears, make sure that you're on top of it, not the bottom, because today is what? Thursday. Thursday is what? Jupiter Thursday, darling dears. Jupiter Thursday. Thursday, Jupiter is about expansion, sitting within your principles, darling dears. It's also about looking at the material abundance versus waste, looking at ways of what? Cutting out waste in your life, darling dears. It's also about philosophy. We're all philosophers, especially if you're a big cat, darling dears. Your sayings are legendary. Why your foresight is down to the money, darling dear, on the target, the bullseye, darling dears. Many people can't stand it. Why? Because they get the CT in your company, darling dears. Can't take the big cat. Why? Because you're fabulous, gorgeous and lovely, and you are divine child, chosen to bend the matrix and break the mold, darling dears. Yes, we are in good company. Eccentric, yes. Should we stop? No. Can't stop and we won't stop. Fist bump, as we call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers and spiritual guides. From Keitha to Malkuth. Namaste. Energies. Up, big cat. I insist. Let's dive into these peccadillos and see where I go on them tarot streets, because things is hitting them differently, real different at this stage of the game, in the age of Aquarius, the age of I know. Baby, so much is going on for us as big cats. Why? This is the energy you should be harnessing, big cat. Finding out Shiznai, building up on your multiple streams of income, working on your temple, the only temple you're gonna have, darling dear. That and your Panani or Futum, it's the only thing that's gonna go with you everywhere you go, right? So work on it on a daily basis by being nutritious in the energy you surround yourself with, as well as what you're putting in your bodies, darling dears. Right, let's press on at a hot trot. See what's going on with these dummy bats. Let's get the rune stone for today. We're going to use the amethyst. Haven't used that in a while. I've got relaxing reggae music in the background because their life is going to get on your bloody nerves. So I'm going to get you chilled out before we go in. Just the one. Big cat, quick, harness this energy. You've got a blank stone, darling dear. The blank rune, the rune of destiny, darling dears. Make a wish and tell no one, darling dear. If you want it to even be more cemented, write that Shiznai down. Look, and an alarm. Good God, listen. A very fortunate thing for you, darling dears. Make a wish, and I was just saying to write it down and burn it. Write that Shiznai down and burn it, darling dears. Let it get straight to the spiritual realm so your ancestors can get to it. Hey! Love it. I don't hate it. This is so fortunate, darling dears. And today is a 5. 5 is about what? Conflict as well as instability, but true change that's come through for you. 5 also is represented by the 5th planet Mars. Mars is also what? Representative of Thursday. So we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this weekend, darling dear, is going to be fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely for you, especially if you utilize the energy of the blank rune in the right way. Take the time before you make the wish, darling dear, and be careful what you wish for, darling dears, because you just might get it. As a big cat, expect everything. Mm-hmm. Let's carry on. Let's see what your ancestors think about today. We're going to use the Witch's Oracle Wisdom Oracle deck. Let's get the energies out today. I wanted one, but we've got two. Something about stability, the foundation, darling dear. When we think about stability, Pentacales, Skrilla.com comes to mind, darling dear. This is about someone looking to uproot or even put in a new practice, darling dear. The practice could be a business, it could be a way of being, a new habit, something that you're going to nurture. It also speaks about wanting support or being supportive in a situation, darling dears. Someone is seeing you as what? As stable as the rock of ages, darling dears. Possibly from the nosebleed section. As regret has drawn up at their address, found their address, don't you know? I know it was difficult for regret to find their address because that mud hut was deep in the crevice of the devil's balls, darling dears. Pinkies up. But somebody's seeing you stable, darling dears. We're seeing a lot of the lovely green. This is represented by the heart chakra. The heart chakra is moon energy, and it also again represents Thursday. And guess what? Today is Thursday, so something significant is going to kick off in your hemisphere, darling dears. Take a deep breath and ask your ancestral team to give you clear signs of what is meant to be what? Manifesting for you today, darling dears, so you can embrace it. The heart chakra is represented by Archangel Gabriel. Call him at any time. It's also moon energy. It also represents the north, the direction of the north. Maybe someone's planning a trip or planning to set up a business in a northwardly direction. And also reminding you of the north, the best way for you to get the best night's sleep is if your head is facing north. Get a compass, darling dear. I heard someone say, where's that? Get a compass, darling dear. Your head must be facing north, especially if you want to be getting more spiritual enlightenment, having those lucid dreams. My right palm is itching me. And you know I'm a Reiki master and I can share my energy any way I see fit. And I share abundance. And fortunately for us, it's Jupiter Thursday. Good God. If there ever was a day to get a lotto ticket, if there ever was a day to put my Gmail and my my PayPal firmly in your cranium, it would be today, darling dear, because I've just tipped you off. Taking this energy, darling dears, of abundance, prosperity, and wealth, as well as what health, darling dear. Someone is seeing you as stable. When I see the stability card, it reminds me of Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. We also have what? In the money, darling dear. Demacontia Pentacale. Possibly, as I said, from the nosebleed section with the plastic chairs. It's basura for sure, darling dear. Clown material. I'm sure they've got their pass that says Boo Boo the Fool. Some real fucking easy is going through their cranium, darling dear. They're looking at your stability and they're counting your pentacles, darling dears. Good gosh. Good gosh. Gosh. Base of the deck. Something that they didn't anticipate. They expected you to still be in fetal status, darling dear. Unable to what? Move or what? Break ground. But they didn't realize that you was what? A seed. When divine plants a seed, darling dears, it takes a while to what? Break ground, darling dear. You had to build up from the inside out. And in some of you big cats are actually in gestation. I heard third trimester. Well, don't forget to breathe, darling dear, and take as many drugs as they offer. Because I thought I would have a natural birth until the pain did lick me. Good God, I saw everything, darling dear. The moon, the stars, and everyone looked like the devil's strongest worker. But that's just me, darling dears. Do what you want. Free will and all that. Yes, But incubation stage, they didn't realize that you would go from what fetal stage, darling dear, where you was in pain in the DNS, living in what was yesteryear, until you undummy batted yourself, big cat. Time for you to what? Break ground. We're not waiting for spring. We are springing before it's sprung, darling dears. Use the energy of the sun in Capricorn, trine in Uranus in Taurus, darling dears, to get to your second house Biznae. Look for where your second house falls on your birth natal chart, darling dears. What sign it's in, and the planet that's in it. Use that energy to further your goals. What's that? To get everything. Ivanka Trump, before she passed, told us, don't get mad, get everything. Yes. Be like MacDuck, in silence, darling dear, in silencio. If somebody sees you as stable, you may even have progeny with this person. Look what's going on! Big cat, never got through it. They're going through the DNS. Had to look over my shoulder. Didn't mean to get excitable and all that, but I can be so rambunctious every so often, big cat. You have to forgive me for my rambunctious nature. Then I got you in the dark night of the soul again. I look over my shoulder because I be the red light, green light champion. They're crying into their fist. They're counting their pentacales. They're counting what you've got, which is causing more turmoil as they continue to relaunch the hillbilly investigations in your favor. Imagine that. You've got a whole fan club, darling dear. But they don't wish you well. They wish wickedness on you. But every ill wish towards you, my divine child, is being transmuted. Why? Because you've been doing the work. You used the time in the DNS, had to look over my shoulder again to become a keyboard gangster, understand the psychoses that you had to deal with, understand that you possibly even got afflicted with psychoses, being around the wrong sort, understood that law 5 means everything, darling dear. Whom you hang around with and whom you allow to be in your energies was creating what? Madness in your world, darling dear. Guantanamo Bay for sure. The cards are lining up for you. Whatever they're going through, their skullduggerous ways, darling dear, you are standing on the biggest P of them all. Pentacale. We already saw the stability, the prosperity, and the security, and you are protected from whatever nefarious perniciousness they're sending your way, darling dears. Remember I told you that. What you wish for someone else will be the grave you lay in, darling dears. And what karma? Karma is always the patient gangster. Because you see, darling dears, my darling dears, there's a big difference. It's a whole chasm, darling dear. A big difference between what? Failure and regret, right? Failure, you do what Les Brown said. If you can look up, you can get up. Pinkies up, darling dear. You can get up and begin again. Einstein, or was it the other one, the light bulb guy? What's his name again? Whatever it is, put it in the comments. It's slipping me at the moment. They fell 10,000 times. They fell their way to the top, darling dear. It's just a chance to learn. Failure, you can get over failure. But regret, baby, it's like fine wine, right? It take a while to sink in, darling dear. And if they continue to what? Count on your stability to continue to still be there, darling dears. Count on the fact that you are prosperous. Many of them wanted you to fail on your own, darling dear. They wanted you to come back on your knees begging. I'm sipping my mocha because I have to kibber my mouth sometimes, big cat. I really do, because I told you I can be rambunctious. Right. Let's get right into it, darling dears, and see what's going on with the what? Pennywise son or daughter. Didn't get to their own prioritizing of their life, eh? Okay. I normally use the Vampire Tarot deck for them, but today I want to use a clear deck so we can clearly see. The Vampire Tarot deck was gifted to me by Yo Mummy, Do Your Thing, alright? I'm truly grateful for the gift, but it doesn't rock with me. I'm going to give it away, darling dears. Yes. The first person that can email me with because my daughter Kenya, she's getting her certificate for her master's today. If you can email me the field that she's getting it in, I will gift you. I will put it in the post and pay my own skrilla to send it to you, my vampire tarot deck, darling dears. Base of their deck, judgment on its face. Good God, listen, it's kicking off really bad for them, darling dear. Judgment in the reverse. This is someone who hasn't learned any karmic lessons, didn't heal any of the karma from their ancestral team, darling dears. Good God, it's a lot, it's a lot. They're fraught and filled with self-doubt. And they're stuck right smack bang in the middle, right? Just like an Oreo. They're right in the middle, mate, right up in the crevice of consequences that they created for themselves. Good God. God is good. Oh, wowzers. Let's see what's going on for these bottom feeders. Who's what? It's like they're waking up screaming every morning. Good God, but it's their life. They chose it. No rest for the wicked. Isaiah 48:22. What's this? We've got the 9 of Wands on its face, darling dears. This is a multitude. This is a whole clan of dummy bats, darling dears. A lot of them, the gossiping gossipers, merchants of slander, the ones that daren't mention anything going on in their domicile, the Mud Hut. I told you, 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue, 2 streets over from the Loser Lane, in the District of the Damned. I've always got time to tell you what's going on in that Mud Hut. I told you, petty is not normally my go-to move. But when we are speaking about the skullduggeress, right, I can go as low. Listen, if they go low, we're gonna take them to hell, darling dear, and tell all of their business. Yes. Because after all, who gonna check me, boo? Fist bump. Thank you, Oracle7100. I just saw the email where you sent me a happy birthday. And you said the name of the course. Forensic. Make sure you put your address. And as soon as I feel like getting in my chariot of righteousness, which will be within the next 2 hours, darling dear, I will put it in the post to your domicile. Listen, you've got them gangster fingers. I told you, Big Cat. We are keyboard gangsters skilled in the art of what? Finding out she's naive. Find out shit. Yeah, we find out shit. Knowledge is power, and power is power, and power is knowledge. But as I was saying, as we was talking about their drudgerous life down India, these field hands that are working hard on trying to bring each other down, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of fighting. Listen, I don't know whom their leader is. Maybe we'll pull the card, I don't know. Everything is left to chance, darling dears. It also speaks about there's a lot of defensiveness. I told you there's a lot of fighting, a lot of struggling. There's an issue around the work and home life balance. Or maybe they don't have a job, darling dear. Or maybe they're living beyond their means. Well, if they're counting your skrilla, darling dear, from the nosebleed section, right, they really ain't got it, mate. They ain't got it. There's a lot of wounding going on here. There's a lot of hot words, darling dears. Hot words. Hot words being bandied around. Good God. What else is going on amongst the regretful? Queen of... Listen, you don't want to be around the Queen of Cups on her face, darling dear. This is an emotional Attila the Hun, darling dear. A full-on Genghis Khan, possibly in a skirt. Yeah, it could be a female, it could be a male, because you know gender is fluid in tarot. Queen of Cups is, we've all got psychic abilities, darling dears, but this person looks at someone to get the feel of them. This is somebody that will speak to you. This is somebody that gets at you through their emotionals, always coming with a listening ear, which really is an ear hustler, darling dear. Queen of Cups on his face is somebody who is a wife or in a partnership where they are one of many, darling dear. Good God. Did they take on the role of head HBIC and realize the HBIC of the Mud Hut? Listen, this person has a whole gang of choices, darling dear. You're one of many, love. One of many. This person is bitter. And when you read tarot, look to see where the character's eyes are. This is current energy. Someone's watching you through jealousy, darling dear. This is someone who's spoken about you to many, took your business, and whatever they didn't know, they added some to it, darling dear. But then again, as a big cat, we don't care what people say about behind our back, because why? They're behind our back, blood, brah, or sistrine. In matter of fact, they can double down. Well, this person doubled down, darling dear. They doubled down. They had the effrontery to double down without prior notice. What about this Queen of Cups? All these upside 8 of Wands. Listen. Listen, they've gone from the 9 of Wands to the 8. They're going backwards. They're practically near Fandle. Was it near Fandle? Near Fandle? I can't even flip and say Nefandamore. Nefandero. Near Fand. Why can't I say it? Big Cat, help me out. I'm getting a life near Fandle. Nefando. Nefanda Fleeflehor. Nefandero. What? Good God. Listen. Nefand. I'm going to ad-lib here. They're practically regressing into a caveman or woman when they speak about you. Hot-tempered and hot-minded, darling. They're very cross when it comes to you. Near Fandle. It is near Fandle, isn't it? Yeah. Nefandero. Listen, now me blood. Give me quick a hot 24, darling dears. My right hand is itching me. Skrilla is definitely off. Nefandero. Nefanda, Lord Jesus. Even when I'm reading it, me still can't say it. I don't know what's going on with my speech. But then again, we are in Mercury retrograde, darling dear. It is in Capricorn. Capricorn is my sun sign and my midhaven, right? You know, I'm still thinking about how to say it. Big Cat. Whoa. Listen, I need a PA. Anyhow, as I was saying, they've gone from the 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands in reverse to the 8, right? So there's a lot of irresponsible behavior, darling, because they experience a lot of restrictions, or the restrictions in their life. Yes. And it also speaks about not changing. They haven't changed their attitude or their mind about you, darling dear. They don't like you. They're wishing bad things from the nosebleed section as regret finds them. Why are they in regret though? And they're refusing to change. So what are they regretting? That's a lot of cards. Oh, working with the devil. Right? Look, getting into that bad romance. What are they regretting? What they didn't see the red. They didn't see the red flags. They didn't. Right? And what else? The Sun card. Being with somebody who was pretending to be a happy person. Listen. They're regretting working with the devil, Black. It's the choices you make, right? And all of this is nothing but one's energy. So all of this and all of the choices they made was based on how their genitalia felt, darling dears. That was the biggest red flag. Good God, did they go in with their panani on their forehead? I don't know. Good God, this looks like trigger me not. They're not happy with the contracts they've made, the contacts they're not happy with anything in their life. And they're also a holiday, a trip. They're trying to go on some kind of a trip. Well, guess what? It's got to be delayed because I haven't seen one Pentacale. And I'm wearing my spectacles of truth and righteousness, darling dear. There's no Pentacales out here. Not a one Skrilla, not a skinny one, not a bored one. Not even one of yours, Big Cat, because you're over here with your stability, security, and just go on easy. Yeah? You're just a go on easy. Good God. This is a lot of good golly and goshes going on here, darling dear. They're what? Rocks of life stuff, guys. Rocks of life. But it's one person in particular. This is somebody that they've seen you remove yourself from what? Negative cycles, darling dears, right? Cycles that they thought you wouldn't get over. Maybe it was a partnership. Who knows? It could be a friendship. It could be a family member. But they didn't wish well for you, darling dears. They didn't. Let's get another deck. Base of your deck, manifesting. Yes, yes, yes. So they discuss you amongst many, darling dears. Right? All they do is talk about you, blame you for everything. They're blaming you for what? For situations that their own panani got them into. How can they blame you for their own panani? Good God, they need to punch their own panani. They need to punch themselves in the panani, darling dears. They need to. They need to. I'm not one for what? Violence, but you need to put violence amongst yourself. If you're blaming someone else for your own panani mistakes, what? Good God, what? Big cat, where is this sense in that? Good God. They deserve that pass they've got, the one that says Boo. Was it Boo Boo the Fool? So the people that they're talking about you to, what do they think about you? You've moved on, darling dear. You've gone to a different GPS, right? You're calm. You've not been fighting with them. So they can't understand where all of this new smoke is coming from. It's because they regret the situation that they're in. I told you the Queen of Cups could be male or female, darling dears, because gender is fluid. Somebody's upset because you've moved on mentally from them. This person wanted a mouth meeting, a town meeting with both of your what? Tongue wrestling, darling dear. And from a distance, you couldn't see who the bird was. You didn't put no arguing with them, darling dear. They see that you're focused on your work, right? Which is stressing them out, because they would like to make a partnership again with you. Good God. But you've moved on. It's too late. Let me get some information about this Queen of Cups. It could be male or female. Let's get some names. Who could it be? Right. We have Swallow. This is a S, right? The numbers 76, 77, 78, and 79. Okay. We've got, oh, good golly and gosh, we've got answers. This is an A. The numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, we have Uras. This is a U and a V. The numbers 20, 21, 22, and 23. Right. We've got Gebo, right, represented by the letter G. Numbers 24, 25, 26, and 27. We've got Dagaz, darling dear, Judgment, represented by the letter D. The numbers 80, 81, 82, and 83. And the final one is 46 and 47. They must fall in that bracket, blood, because that's a lot. You must have found who it is. You know who it is. Have you narrowed it down, big cat? Right. This person that keeps gossiping about you, that's focused on you, darling dears, wishing bad things on you. Right? Oh! Your ancestors ain't having it. Blood, brass, stream. You are head and shoulders above this person. Rabble, peasants. It's a rabble and a peasant, darling dear. Someone who is definitely not on your level, and they know it. This is why they're so focused on you, big cat. This person knows that they're a bottom feeder. Right? And if it's somebody that is involved with possibly a significant person that you was with, that person needs to get the memo. Right? That, yeah. Oh, maybe somebody was taking the piss, darling dear. Maybe they was having a good laugh when they got involved with your ex-partner. Yes, baby. But you stood your ground. You're saying to them, what? Good luck with the prize that you have. The woman beater, the lackadaisical worker, the cheating cheater. Look how many bitches there is that comes with this one person. Right? Good luck with all of what you've got going on. They are blocked for the gods, and so are you. Your energies return to sender. Not having it, blood, brah, or sistrine. You're not having it, right? You focus on your Skrilla, right? 7 of Pentacles is also you, what? Sitting pretty, darling. You're having paid your needs and taken the most high at the head of your table. This is about waiting for the right person. This is about you sowing those correct seeds. We already saw the incubation, because you're about to harvest something major, darling dears. It could be the form of a new business. It could be the medical field, the housing field, but it's all to do with knowledge, darling dear. The knowledge that you've acquired whilst you was in the DNS. Again, I had to look over my shoulder, but you're about to harvest something big, darling dears. And when we see 2 sevens on the table, it's about you having light-hearted fun at the moment in time. This is about you what? Following your passions, right? Guarding your secrets, your hobbies. You're not telling anyone anything, darling dear. This is the issue that they're all having in the mud hut. And 7-7 is about trust, having a trustful, trusting in the Most High, trusting in the unseen. This is what you're serving at this moment in time. Your mind, listen. Is this person going to try and physically approach the big cat? They would love to, darling dears. And this is also somebody that will come to you pretending to be your friend, darling dear. Be very careful who you invite in, because you're looking for someone who is loyal, someone you can rely on, whether friendship or otherwise. It also speaks about some kind of party and celebration. Something's coming to fruition. I just heard a business. Somebody's got on the line of what, creating their business or launching their business, darling dears. The 4 of Wands is also the celebration of the opening of a business or a new angle in your business. What's this? Because you're the baddest of them all. Hey, the Empress of everything, darling dear. Abundant, you know your worth. And as I said, somebody is pregnant, darling dear, possibly in the 3rd trimester. Don't forget to breathe and beg them for the drugs, darling dear. Don't wait until it's too late. Whoever likes going through birthing babies on a regular basis and don't take any form of drug, more power to you, blood. Good for you. Clarify this, Empress. King of Wands. This is about you being a natural born leader. It also speaks about you being innovative, right? This is futuristic thinking, darling dear. Whatever you're doing, darling, you've shocked many people. You have definitely shocked many people. Many people that you no longer have contracts with. And the High Priestess, the baddest of them all. This is what you're serving. You know who these bottom feeders and who the feeble-minded are, darling dears. You see them before they get out of their bed. You see the energy that they're sending your way. But it's a return to sender. Why? Because you know your worth. You understand you've got purpose and you are following your purpose. We already saw all of the green. The green is about northwardly direction, but I like to say it's your north node. You are living in your north node and you look good. The king of Wands is also the Queen of Wands. You look sexy, darling. Maybe they want to sleep with you. I don't know. What's this? Someone that you're no longer given to, darling dears. This is about generational curses being highlighted to you on a spiritual level. Something that you had to leave a situation. People are shocked, darling dear, with the sudden change in you, but it wasn't sudden. It took time for you to what? Choose the right cup and the right direction. You chose wisely. That brings it up to what? 3 sevens on the tableau, darling dears. 3 sevens talks about lowered vitality. So because every time you rise, every time you achieve, darling dears, it hits them differently. And rather than what? Look at themselves, look at the man in the mirror, the clown in the mirror. They're focused on you and you're happy. Creating what? A new life going forward. And this is the birth of a child, darling dear. Somebody's about to give birth to a girl. Continue to master your emotions when it comes to these bottom feeders. They're cockroaches, darling dears. Cockroaches. Let's get another deck and see what they're saying. Give it a good shufty. Base of the deck, Ace of Cups. They wanted a new beginning. Trying to sort out their emotions. Clarify the 9 of Wands. For this hater, Tower moment. What did I say? They can't trust nobody they're with, darling dear. Every one of them is a heinous gossip, darling dear, waiting for any smidgen of scandal. And it will be added to. They fan the flame. They're amongst feeble-minded bottom. They're in like-minded company, darling dears. Clarify the Queen of Cups. Yeah, 4 of Swords, wanting to heal a situation, darling dear. What situation? Whomsoever they betrayed, backstabbed, talked about, right? Whomsoever is no longer offering friendship, the contract of friendship, or even your company or energies. Whomsoever is now thinking clearly, darling dears. That's who they would like to heal a situation with. Now realizing that you are irreplaceable. 5 of Cups. Luke 62:22, crying into their fist, darling dear. Oh well, at least they've moved on from back in their fist. That's what they was doing the other day. Do you remember we was talking about it as we what chuckled and sipped our mockers, big cat? They was up to what? Angela Palmer. Couldn't quite get off the rinse and repeat of that. Gender is fluid in tarot. Male or female, or it's possibly a Mitch bitch or a bitch Mitch. What else do we want to know about this Eight of Wands? Right? Unable to message you. They would love to message you. Or be in something. It's over. They know it's over. Dead in the water. Because you ain't the same person. You're a big cat. Transformation, darling dear. Death of a situation. Right? Seeing you from a different perspective. Why are they seeing you from a different perspective? Because they got the nostalgias of regret on them, darling dear. Six of Cups. This is somebody that looks at pictures, old text messages, reminiscing in the tiny corners of their cesspit of a mind. Yeah. What's this? They didn't choose wisely, darling dear. This is why they're still obsessed with you. Whomsoever they chose, whatever situation or circumstance that was chosen over you, darling dears, they didn't choose wisely. Why? Because they can't be, they don't even know how to be happy within, darling dear. If they was in a happy environment, they'd have done something to what? Lower everybody, kill everybody's vibe. Right? Told you they're a Mitch bitch or a bitch Mitch. Vibe killer. Base of the deck. Because you got out of whatever situation it is. This is a turnaround in your mental health, your finances. They wanted to change their situation. Why can't they change the situation that they're in? Because they're an effing liar. And karma has found their address. Told you. They're a liar. Those that rock with the empty words, darling dears, the empty words. Oh well, being plundered, pillaged and looted. There could be as much as 2 progeny involved in this situation. Page of Cups. I just said they're an effing liar. And look, they're an effing liar. The cards are telling you the same thing. What about this contract that's broken between the two of you? Right? Because they're a betrayer, darling dears. They like to fight. Some of them even came with a 2-piece and not from the KFC. They like to give out the panda bear. This is also blame shifting and mean. And the High Priestess in reverse, this is the Mistress card. This is a cheater and a liar and a betrayer, darling dears. This is the bringer of the darkness. Base of the deck, darling dear. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. This could be the removing of a generational curse. Did they do it? Queen of Wands in the reverse. No, they didn't, darling dear. They're sitting right in whatever they created for you, darling dear, is what they're sitting in. Unfortunate set of circumstances, but this is what they called, right? This is a healing of a situation. They're looking for some kind of miracle to come through from you, the Empress. I told you, you're the baddest bitch of them all. And I mean that in the best possible way, darling dears. Split the deck. Listen. Wash your face like David. Whatever situation it was, you left that situation for a reason. It wasn't easy, because this also speaks about the psychological torture of their words, darling dears. But it was always an empty vessel offering you empty words. Remember, I told you that. 5 of Swords. Continue to wash your face like David, darling dears. You ain't missing out on nothing. And whatever they're planning for you, darling dears, is what they're actually living in. Their life is a crisis. And it deserves what? Crisis tape, that yellow tape. Around it. Let's get some more messages. And then we're going to get out of here. Because I've got to come back with the... I think it's the Earth sign next 48 hours. Where are we? We're at the 43. Some more messages for the big cats. As things are hitting them differently. As regret is their new normal. Told you. They're counting your blessings from the nosebleed section. These creatures from the backwoods with yarn for hair. You was right to leave that situation, darling dear. You've got to let the what? The bottom feeders play amongst themselves. They'll eventually eat their one another. They're like pigs, darling dears. They don't care what they eat. What did I say? They want to make amends. A time-traveling hustler. Yeah. You better not allow them to interrupt your space and time continuum. Don't even give them what? Rent-free space in your cranium, darling dears. If they come up, I told you, if these people from the past come to your mind again, go and get a 5-pound bag of rice. When you've got said bag of rice, count each grain one at a time until your mind no longer wants to think about it. You've got to associate wickedness with thoughts of them, darling dear. Count that 5-pound bag of rice one at a time, and you're not allowed to use paper or pen, darling dear. So if you mess up, you've got to start from number 1 again. No, mate, they would love to come back to your situation. This is why they're still launching them hillbilly investigations. Yeah, these mouth breathers watching your options. Right? Oh, they've got secrets. What secrets have they got that we haven't uncovered? Apart from being a bottom feeder and feeble-minded and looking like a hood-looking alfalfa. Apart from that, they're going through the dark night. That's no secret, blood. We already knew their life is a crisis. These time-traveling heifers, they can't come back. What's this? You took control of your life and you took your power back, darling dears. What's this? Spiritual endurance. This is what the big cat does. You are the greatest of land and sea, darling dears. Never ever you second guess the decision you made to break free. You are bending the matrix, darling dears. And if you wasn't doing so well, they wouldn't be focused on you. Let them continue to focus that energy, because as a big cat, you was built to transmute that energy. Always protect yourself. Always make sure that you have what? An obsidian crystal or black tourmaline next to any mirrors, because mirrors are portals. I've told you this many times. You don't have to cover every single mirror, but especially if the mirror faces your bed, darling dears. Cover yourself. This is not your battle. It's not for you to fight, darling dears. It's below your spiritual pay grade. You don't fight with thieves and liars. You leave them to the Most High, because He always sits high and looks low. Get another deck. Use my FP555 Oracle Intel deck. There's 2, which I've put together because no one's going to check me. Final messages for the big cats. We've got a 20. Oh! Damn, I got through it! They're in the thick of it, darling dear. And they've only got themselves to save themselves. Good God, they must be knocking on the door of madness, darling dear. Madness. And they're an advocate of the gingivitis. What did I just say? A skin-peeling liar. A gossip monger. Right? A lying mother foe. Right? And a merchant of slander. Right? And we've got the Uranus, darling dear. It was in the reverse. So no, they're not being liberated from a situation. They're unawakened, right? They lack individual. Listen, they've got pack mentality. But the pack they're around, we saw it was all ones in reverse. People that are all talking about, they're still focused on 3D shit, right? Focusing on what people have, what they're doing, celebrity life. They're focused on foolishness, right? Except everything except their immortal soul. This is why they got to rock it out in the DNS on their own. Can't go with them. Very busy counting the 5-pound bag of rice, 1 grain at a time, right? Fortune favors the brave. And on that note, I drops me mic. And it's also on a 19. 19 is the sun energy, darling, dear. Big cat Leo energy. It speaks about your individualism. This is what is an issue to them. It's again about your psychic abilities. Again, I'd also point out for you guys to do more meditation. I told you, if you're finding it hard, it's about not placing judgment on the words that and the images that come up in your mind. Don't attach nothing to it. That's how you free your mind, darling dears. This is what it's all about. This is what the energy of the sun in Capricorn, trining Uranus in Taurus is about. Opening up your minds to the infinite possibilities and getting your meditation on, because fortune favors the brave. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat, wave! Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat. Cat, cat. Baby, if I was you, I'd want to be me too. Remember, big cat, they want to be in your space. They would love to be you. Continue to sock it to him, big cat. Sock it to him.